Good morning. It is day 0. I'm calling it day 0 this fine April 10th because I'm not going to actually be on the Appalachian Trail today. I will spend the entire day on what they call the AT Approach Trail. I just left the visitor center, got my safety presentation. I am hiker number 2,107 to hit the trail this year. My pack weighs 28 pounds with food and water. Have mixed emotions right now. It's always very sad leaving your family, but the adrenaline's going because you're starting an adventure. I'll give you a brief view to see what things look like. I'll film again when I get to the waterfall. Hey, it's me again. April 10th, day 0. I wanted to talk a little bit about my trail name, Boffin. Traditionally, people pick your trail name for you once you're on the trail. But I was watching an old 1952 movie with Jimmy Stewart, and they called him a boffin, so I was curious. I looked it up in the dictionary, and one definition is scientific or technical expert, basically the British term for a nerd. And then the other definition was an elderly naval officer. So I thought the two of those were appropriate, since I have a degree in computer science and I spent 21 years of my life at Nike doing computer stuff, and since I spent 25 years in the Navy/Navy Reserve as a naval officer, I thought that was pretty fitting. So my trail name for the AT is Boffin, and it's a beautiful day. I just got up to the top of the waterfall. I'm up by Amicalola Lodge right now, where we stayed last night, and I'm still on the approach trail. I plan to go about 8 miles today and spend the night at Black Gap Shelter, which is about 1.5 miles short of the actual AT up on Springer Mountain. So that's why today is day 0, and tomorrow will be day 1 when I'm on the actual trail. Still a beautiful day. It doesn't look like it's going to rain or anything. Temperature's good. More later. April 11th, day 1, 7 a.m., Black Gap Shelter. Good morning. Day 2, Thursday, April 12th. Yesterday, day 1, I started out, I was still on the AT Approach Trail. I did 7.3 miles and stayed at Shelter, Black Gap Shelter, which was 1.5 miles from the actual AT. So yesterday I did that 1.5 miles and an additional 14.3 miles for a total of 15.8, which got me to Justin Creek, where I camped last night. That was a little farther actually than I wanted to go, but I was running low on water and I didn't want to dry camp. I wanted to make it to someplace that had water, so I had enough to soak my food and be able to rehydrate and all that. So it's about 8 o'clock. And I'm trying to make my way maybe another 15 miles today, right before a steep downhill into Neal Gap, which I don't want to do at the end of the day. I'd rather do that tomorrow morning. So we'll see how it goes. Still feeling pretty good. Just the regular old aches and pains. Nothing to be alarmed about yet. It's a beautiful morning. Didn't get too cold last night. It was maybe mid-40s. So I stayed warm enough. More later.
Awesome. Did I win? We had these bags and picked it up and well, there you go. Disgusting. Well, but, I mean, and then a week later.
We're gonna be YouTube stars?
You betcha.
What's happening with our family?
Good morning. It's Friday, April 13th, day 3. I'm at mile 28.7. I stayed last night at the Blood Mountain Shelter in Chattahoochee National Forest, and I was the only one here. Let's see, the water source is Slaughter Creek. The shelter is Blood Mountain. What's the worst that could happen? But the night was fine. There were, after dark, 4 people who came up to take some pictures of the stars, I think. And right when they were passing the shelter opening, I said in my spookiest voice, "Good evening." So that was fun. And I didn't get lonely because the bats and the mice kept me company. So now I've got a downhill of 2.4 miles to get to Neal Gap, where I will resupply with a few days of food. And then probably off I go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be walking up and down.
That is the only section on the entire AT that is covered. Good morning. Sorry, I had to duck under some branches. It is Saturday, April 14th, day 4. Raining a little bit this morning. Looks like my nice weather window has shut. Supposed to get worse today and tonight. I have 2 choices. Today I will hit a road crossing which will take me into Hiawassee, Georgia. And then there's another road crossing, I don't know, 10 or 20 miles down the pike. I think I'm going to do that. I don't really want to go into town and book a motel on a Saturday night. For one thing, occupancy might be tough. Might be tougher to get a room. And Saturday night, probably more expensive rates. So I'm going to try to push and do about 17 or 18 miles today. And then tomorrow I will have 10 miles to get to the road and get into Hiawassee. And I'm thinking just take one night. I don't know if I'm really going to take a 0 yet, but we'll see how I feel and how wet I get tonight. So it's cloudy and cool, and the trail has been amazingly flat today. The last couple of days have been tough with lots of up and downs, but here's what we're looking at for the most part so far today. Very nice. You can really crank the miles on trail like this. Day 5, Sunday, 4:15. I hiked about 10 miles this morning down to Dix Creek Gap and got my shuttle that I had arranged yesterday and came to the Holiday Inn Express, which I arranged yesterday. Very nice room. Everything looks reasonably normal. You would never even know it was a hiker room until we get to the non-carpeted floor, where stuff is strewn out all over the place drying, since it was raining to beat the band last night. And that's not the worst of it. Let's look in the bathroom where I have my tent and my bug bivvy drying out, and they're very dirty. Yes, I am a conscientious hotel person. I will be cleaning all this up after I dry it and shake all the debris off of it. I'll try to make it look somewhat like a normal room so the maids aren't stuck with my mess. That's it for now. It's about almost 4 o'clock. I've got a load of laundry in. After that's done, I'll put it in the dryer. After that's done, I'll go out next door to the all-you-can-eat buffet and see if I can help make them go out of business. That's it for today. I'll be back on trail tomorrow. I'm not taking a zero here with 2 nights, just 1 night to get some things done and then hit it again after the weather is hopefully improved tomorrow.